The mystery reveals itself. A hyena steps from the grass. Now there are three powerful animals. The riverbed becomes the final guide. The prey is tiring now. The lion does not need to move faster. He only needs to keep coming. The prey chooses lower ground, hoping the change in terrain will create distance. The lion follows the same line. The rocks give the prey another brief advantage. It reaches open ground first. But the lion has not stopped. The riverbed becomes their guide. The prey stays beside it, but the long chase is beginning to show. The lion is closer now, and the prey makes one final burst. But the lion is already too close. There is no longer enough distance for another escape. The second chase begins. The prey has speed, but it has lost the protection of numbers. Behind them, the herd becomes... Once again, open ground favors the lion. The distance begins to disappear. The prey has escaped the rocks.
The bushes cannot hold them for long. They emerge almost together. Now the distance is only a few strides, and the open slope gives the lion no obstacle.
The grass gives way to open ground. The lion is almost beside his target now. One final movement separates hunter.
The open ground gives neither animal anywhere to hide. The prey is fast, but the lion is gaining. The gap between hunter and target. Hours earlier, the same lion was still moving through the plains. He was not returning from a hunt. He was searching. The heat has made the savanna quiet, but the lion is beginning to move again. He follows the shade rather than the prey, conserving every... The hunt is over, back toward the herd. The lion remains alone on the plain.
The lion walks away once again, but this time something is different. The buffalo family survives because they stood together. With the chase behind him, the lion turns toward the shade. The open plain has demanded its energy. Now the acacia trees offer a place to recover.
The lion leaves the riverbed and returns toward the rocks. Behind him, the sun finally disappears. Twice the hunt has failed and the plains are falling silent. But the lion does not stop. The lion leaves the old battlefield behind. Ahead lies a part of the plains he has not seen today. New ground means new...
And finally, the lion makes his choice. He walks away. Not because he is weak, but because some battles are too dangerous to win.
Above the riverbed, another hunter watches. The leopard has found a safe place in the tree. The lion sees it, but keeps walking. A new morning begins, but yesterday's struggle has changed the lion. He walks away from the water instead of following the herd. The chase is behind him now. Slowly, the lion returns to the shade. The herd grows smaller in the distance, while the lion chooses shade instead of a chase. Every animal continues its own struggle. Sometimes morning arrives, and the night finally releases him. The lion watches the antelope pass without moving. Today was not about... Far across the plains, another opportunity appears. The lion sees the herd, but he does not rush. After everything he has... Beyond the ridge, movement appears again. The lion watches from the riverbed. Another day of hunting may be beginning, but the family reaches the water first. The lion watches from above. There is no chase today. The plains are quiet, and...
The riverbed has brought him closer, and now the lion sees what he was waiting for. A small gap, and then the herd changes direction. One animal raises its head, listening to a warning the others cannot.
At the water, he finally sees them, a mother and two young buffalo. But this is not an ordinary opportunity. The mother is strong. Across the darkness, the two sides meet again with nothing between them but distance. The mother... Even in a peaceful moment, the wild keeps moving. Birds arrive, water ripples, and the animals listen. Nothing stays still for long.
The lion knows he cannot force the moment, so he disappears into the grass. But the mother does not relax. The family moves towards safer ground, but the youngest struggles to keep up. The mother turns back without hesitation. She will not leave it behind.
The first step is finally taken. The lion enters the dry riverbed, but he does not rush. Then something catches his attention. Through the heat haze, he only needs to know where they are going. Another herd moves along the riverbed. The lion watches every individual. One animal briefly falls behind before returning to the group. For rest does not mean blindness. Even from the shade, the lion keeps watching. Far across the plain, movement catches his attention. And then the dust begins to clear. Both animals are still standing. The prey has survived the final attempt, for now. The darkness finally gives them shape. Two jackals are searching the riverbed, unaware of the lion watching from the shadows. They are not the prize.
The light is over. The lion rises slowly.
The open plain removes every obstacle. The prey chooses speed once more. Behind it, the lion leaves the slope, and they burst back into the open. There is nowhere left for the prey to hide. The lion has closed the gap again, but the animal still has one advantage. Now he moves. The waiting is over. The lion explodes from the grass, and the herd reacts instantly. The chosen animal runs for open ground. There is no time to think. The prey chooses a direction, and the lion answers immediately. Their paths almost overlap now. The grass offers one last opening. The prey takes it. The lion follows so closely that the distance is almost impossible to measure. The grass closes around them again. The prey disappears first, leaving only a trail through the stalks. The lion follows the movement. Both animals are reaching their limits. The prey's stride is shorter now. The lion is tired too, but he has one final reserve of strength. The herd is almost gone from sight. The prey is on its own now. There is no safety in numbers anymore, only speed. The lion steps closer, not toward the buffalo, but toward the danger. The hyenas understand his warning. For the first,
The riverbed offers a quiet route forward. The lion crosses it slowly, saving his strength. Across
meets. The threat finally disappears into the grass. The lion does not follow. The mother lowers her head again, and the young ones return to her side.
the jackals have found something. A small source of food hidden beside the riverbed. But they are not alone. And now the tracks finally have a face. A leopard steps from the bushes. The lion and leopard stand only a few meters apart. The leopard drinks first. The lion waits. Neither wants to waste energy fighting over a little water. The leopard leaves first, but before disappearing, it looks back. The lion watches silently. Two hunters have crossed paths with... The hyena moves first. The mother blocks the path immediately, but then the lion steps forward. For the first...
Now the balance is different. The lion is watching 3 hyenas. The mother is watching all of them. The sun is disappearing now. The lion stands on one side, the mother stands on the...
The mother makes her warning clear. She knows it. For a few seconds, neither moves. Then the young one... And then, an unexpected sight. The lion has found the same mother and her young again. Yesterday, she stood...
Both sides begin moving. The buffalo family leaves the water while the lion follows from a distance. Neither knows exactly what the other will do next.
They meet again, but there is no conflict this time. The lion walks one way, the family walks another. In the wild, this time, both hunter and mother hear the same sound. The young ones move closer to safety. The lion lowers himself. Whatever, the hyenas disappear into the grass. The buffalo family is safe, and the lion walks away once more. Yesterday,
the lion has found the family again, but the mother refuses to move. She turns to face him, placing herself between danger and her end. The balance shifts. The mother adds her warning, and the hyena finally understands the danger.
The old meal has attracted another visitor. The hyena has returned. This time, wants to waste energy. The leopard looks at him, waiting for a reaction, but the lion simply sits. For once, neither hunter wants a fight. The balance changes instantly. The jackals see him, and they understand. There will be no fight. They retreat. The riverbed lies between hunter and herd. The lion reaches its edge and studies the ground ahead. Another animal has drifted away from the group. Fresh tracks circle the water. They are larger than his own. The lion has found evidence of another
Pigeons. The same water waits for him. He lowers his head and drinks slowly. Yesterday, this place marked the beginning of...
The lion leaves the shade and returns to the open plains. Across the riverbed is moving again, this time...
The hunt is over, but the night is not. The lion returns to the water alone, carrying the weight.
It is not the victory he wanted. There was no dramatic chase, no powerful kill, no struggle beneath. The passage is narrow, but the prey keeps moving. The lion follows carefully behind. For a few seconds, the lion sends a warning. The hyena understands it, but it does not leave. The hyena searches for a weakness, but there is none. Every direction is guarded. The lion refuses to move, and the mother refuses to expose her young.
The riverbed carries more than water when the rains come. It carries stories. Tracks, scents, and signs reveal who has passed.
Something catches his attention. Fresh tracks cross the dry riverbed. They do not belong to the herd he watched earlier. The trail ends at an old kill. There is almost nothing left, but the scent is still fresh enough to make the lion cautious. Food is valuable here. The lion gives up the old kill. The hyena takes what remains, and the buffalo family moves farther away. Once again,
but the night has one more surprise. Something is moving beyond the grass. The lion hears it before he sees it.
Far away beyond the ridge. This is not the sound of prey. Then a sound breaks the darkness. The lion lifts his head. Something is moving beyond the riverbed. He cannot see it, but he does not need to. The wind changes first. Dark clouds gather beyond the hills. The animals feel the coming storm before the first drop falls.
The morning brings another surprise. The hyena has returned, but this time it has company. The lion watches carefully.
The lion does not panic. He slows his effort just enough to save strength. It is about endurance. The prey disappears into the grass for a heartbeat. The lion follows without hesitation. Then the vegetation opens.
The rocks create one final obstacle. The prey slips through a narrow passage, forcing the
final turn gives the prey a few more seconds. The lion follows down the slope without hesitation. The chase has crossed almost every kind. The path narrows. For the prey, every obstacle costs time. For the lion, every obstacle is now an advantage. The path narrows. For the prey, every obstacle costs time. For the lion, every obstacle is now an advantage. One last turn. The rocks slow the lion, and the prey gains a few precious meters. The chase is still alive, and one last turn. The rocks slow the lion, and the prey gains a few precious meters. The chase is still alive, and the lion follows instantly. The outcome is still hidden for one more moment. The rocks appear again. The prey slows just enough to choose a route through them. The lion is closer this time. Ahead, a narrow passage waits. The prey turns toward the riverbed, hoping the familiar terrain will create another escape. But the lion reads the movement instantly.
Then a sound reaches him from across the ridge. The lion lifts his head. The savanna has become quiet enough for even distant movement to matter.
Night changes the rules. Sight becomes less important, while sound becomes everything. The lion lies beneath the rocks. After a long pursuit, beneath the acacia, his breathing slows. The failed hunt.
Once again, the lion returns to the shade. The hunt has demanded patience, endurance, and timing. And just like that, the savanna moves on. The animals disappear into the grass, and the water becomes quiet again. The chase is over. The lion stands still, breathing heavily after the effort. Across the grassland, the morning sounds slowly return.
By midday, the savanna changes completely. The morning chase is now a memory, buried beneath the rising. For the first time that night, the lion allows himself to rest.
The lion chooses patience once again. He moves into the shade and watches the water from a distance. The animals across the pool know he is there. The lion chooses patience once again. He moves into the shade and watches the water from a distance. The animals across the pool know this. The lion chooses patience once again. He moves into the shade and watches the water from a distance.
The afternoon begins to fade. The harsh heat softens, shadows grow longer, and the savannah slowly begins to...
The effort has passed, and the lion's breathing finally settles. For now, the hunt is over. But even at rest, the rival disappears beyond the ridge, and the night becomes quiet again. The lion returns to his shelter.
For now, the lion backs away. The mother has made the risk too great.
The answer comes. One deep roar rolls across the valley and disappears into the darkness. The distant male stops. Something has changed. The herd feels danger, but it cannot see it. Ears turn, heads rise, the animals draw. The distance is closing. The waterhole is behind them. The mother sees something moving. She knows the danger is close. Instead of running, she does something unexpected. The young ones call for their mother, and her attention shifts for only a moment. The lion sees the opening, but he does not rush. This time, the lion is closer. The grass hides almost every movement. Light works in his favor. One animal lifts its head. The distance is disappearing. The lion moves only when the herd looks away. One animal raises its head. Is almost perfect. The animal has drifted just far enough from the herd. The lion moves with the grass, not against it. But the day is finally giving the hunt what he needs. Cooler air, longer shadows, and another chance. The gap widens. The herd continues on, unaware of what is happening behind it. The lion moves with them, but not toward them. He moves toward the sound. Slowly, carefully. The darkness hides the lion from the animals ahead. The battle is over. The lion stands alone. What was he fighting for? We do not know. Let us go back to the beginning.
The savannah is already awake, but this morning, something feels different. From the safety of the
bushes move. The lion steps back. Whatever is hiding there is close enough to be dangerous, and the lion...
At last, the distance disappears. The lion makes his move, and the long pursuit comes to an end. The struggle is brief, sudden, and completely natural.
The tracks are fresh, and the direction is clear. The lion follows. He does not know what waits ahead, but after yesterday's failures, the open plains disappear behind him. Here, the grass is thicker and the ground holds fresh tracks. The lion slows down. The birds suddenly take flight. Something has disturbed them below. The lion does not rush forward. He waits.
The bright plain disappears behind him. Beneath the acacias, every sound becomes important.
The trail suddenly breaks. The prey has turned. For a moment, the lion follows the wrong path. Then he notices the small... Whatever made them recently, and the lion knows better than to ignore a fresh trail.
After a long night, the darkness finally begins to loosen its grip. The first birds call from the trees.
As the sun begins its descent, the lion moves again. The same plains that defeated him this morning